Hi, my name's Mark and welcome to this series on Google SketchUp. In this series we're going to create a house. Well, to open Google SketchUp, just double click on the Google SketchUp icon. This is a free program and it should be on your computers at school. If it's not, just ask your teacher to put it on there and I'm sure they'll be able to arrange it. Well, to start using Google SketchUp, just click on the Start Using SketchUp button. Now, before we start, I want to show you three important navigation tools. They're these tools up here, the Orbit tool, the Pan tool, and the Zoom tool. Now, if I click on the Orbit tool and then left click and hold and move my mouse, I can orbit around my person. And if I have shapes, I can orbit around the shapes. If I click on the Pan tool, left click and drag, I can pan left and right. And if I click on the Zoom tool, left click and hold, I can zoom in and out. But I also can zoom in and out if I click on, say, the Orbit tool and use my mouse wheel to roll in and out or to zoom in and out. So I can actually have a different tool selected and be able to use my Zoom tool. Well, before we start, let's save our work. Click on File, Save. I'll call this House and click on Save. Now, to start, I'm just going to zoom out a little bit and orbit around. I want to make the base of my house by using the Rectangle tool and just drawing the base by left click and drag and drawing a basic rectangle. Now I'm just going to orbit around that and use the Push-Pull tool. And you'll notice when I hover over my rectangle, the dots appear. And that allows me to left click and drag and create my basic shape for my house. Now that's not too bad, but I think it's a little bit too long. So I'm going to use that tool again and just shorten it up a bit. Not too bad. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is create my roof. So to do that, you just need to get the Line tool, click on the Line tool, and move across on the edge at the front and wait until it turns into this turquoise or blue coloured dot, then left click, then drag it out. You'll notice as I'm dragging out, when I'm in the center, it's green, and when I'm off center, it's black. I can drag it out and then left click, and now I have divided my shape into half. So the next thing I want to do is create my roof. Now to do this, you need to get this tool here, the Move tool, and then get into the center. See how it says midpoint? I'm in the midpoint now. Left click, drag, and up it comes. Now you can see I've got these blue dots here. That shows that I'm pulling my roof directly up, and so it's going to be symmetrical on both sides. That shouldn't be too bad. Let's have a bit of a look. Yeah. Nice basic roof. Not too bad. The next thing I want to do is add some eaves. So to do that, I need to go back to my Line tool and draw a line from here to here, and then use my Orbit tool to orbit around, and then use my Push-Pull tool to push this back a little bit. Have a look at underneath to have a look. Not too bad. Probably could push it back a little bit more. And rotate. I can do the same for the side here. Just move that back a little bit and then have a look. Not too bad. Finally, I want to adjust the angle of this roof to give it a little bit more interest, and I can do that by clicking on the Move tool again, dropping in here on the end point. Notice that when I make that point it turns green, and then left click and drag and move it back. Orbiting around, have a look. Not too bad. Now of course I can do the back and the other side, but for the example today I'm just going to show you how easy it is to make some eaves and angled roof. And so now I've got the basic shape of my house to work with.